Hola, me llamo Cata y bienvenidos de vuelta a mi canal donde vemos de todo. Y hoy día vamos a ver Leave the World Behind. Gente, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo están? Espero que se encuentren muy bien. Bienvenidos de nuevo a este canal, a este video. Y si son nuevos, hola. Están como. Hoy día vamos a ver entonces juntos esta película nueva de Netflix. La subieron hace 2 días, el día que yo lo estoy viendo. Me he tenido que desaparecer prácticamente de mi TikTok para no comerme spoilers. Es una película de la que sé bastante poco porque eso es lo que revela el tráiler. En realidad revela súper poco. Sé que actúa... No sé por qué estoy blanqueando y no logro recuperar los nombres. Julia Roberts, recuperé uno. Hawke. Ethan Hawke se llama el otro. Bueno, perdón gente, en verdad es domingo en la noche. La energía está alta, pero las neuronas parece que no están funcionando tanto. Estando en diciembre yo no pensaría que iba a haber un thriller, pero es que realmente esta película me sale hasta en el baño. En todos lados se está hablando de esta película, o por lo menos en mi For You page. Y Netflix está haciendo una harta pega también en que aparezca en las publicidades. Quizá yo soy su target. Sé que hay esta familia que para alejarse del mundo, como lo dice también el nombre, se va de vacaciones, arrienda una casa y algo pasa. Algo raro pasa, todavía no sé qué. Me imagino que lo vamos a descubrir también en esta película. Y aparece una pareja que dice ser los dueños de esta casa. Y parece que se refugian juntos de lo que está pasando. Creo que Kevin Bacon también hace una aparición, lo cual me confunde bastante porque en esta película se parecen bastante los dos actores. Entonces yo todo el tráiler pensé que era la misma persona hasta que vi que al final me describían a las dos personas de forma distinta. Entonces eso va a ser un poco confuso. Vamos a tener que diferenciarlos de alguna forma. Eso en realidad no quiero hablar demasiado, ya quiero pasar a la película también porque quiero saber qué está pasando con el mundo. Yo me imagino que será algo así. Entonces les dejo mi disclaimer, que son que yo voy a pausar la película, cortarla y hablar sobre ella, porque este es un video de reacción y eso se hace los videos de reacción. Y también para que el tío YouTube no me baje este video. Sin más preámbulos, entonces vamos a ver Leave the World Behind. El día ha sido un día bien caluroso, así que no sabría decirle si eso es highlight o sudor. ¿Is that the moon? No, es la tierra, obviamente.
What are you doing? And it has been such a hellish year for us, as you know. I went online this morning and I rented us a beautiful house out by the beach.
En esa, unas vacaciones no planeadas.
When did you rent the house for?
Today.
Un poquito histriónica.
I didn't want to wake the kids, so I haven't packed for them yet. But honestly, I think they're going to be super psyched about this.
I was down for a little vacay, especially with the kids. We haven't done that in a while. Why today?
¿Sabe algo? Ah.
Well, when I couldn't fall back asleep this morning, I came over here and I saw all these people.
Ok, crisis de los 40.
What the world is actually like. And I came to a more accurate realization.
No ser parte del mundo, déjalo atrás.
I fucking hate people.
Productor ejecutivo Barack y Michelle Obama. Sam Smile.
Leave the world behind. That's what it said on the rental listing, at least. It's a lot closer to the city and still very far away from, well, everyone.
¿Cacha? Todo en una toma. Viendo Friends. Si hay referencias de Friends en esta película, me enamoré. Parte 1. Me encantó cuando se dividen en partes. La casa.
Oh, this is nice.
It's beautiful.
Es muy nice.
Looks like we have some top shelf booze right here.
Cerrado, obvio.
It says here it's not for us.
Oh, bueno que llegaron a tirarse a la piscina, qué amor.
Wi-Fi password is a novella. The owner must be one of those cybersecurity guys.
Ok, arte. Son 4 picos. 4 miembros de la familia. ¿Y ella es la más alta? Ya, estamos viendo aquí simbología, porque me tengo que ver un tipo de película con mucha simbología. No sé por qué, me recuerda a las películas de Jordan Peele. Ok, camera work. Hasta ahora la música me ha encantado. Qué lindo. Mar. Qué rico. Uy, quiero que no escape así. Sé que se viene lo malo, pero uno puede soñar en tener esa cantidad de plata y escaparse así. ¿Qué es eso que está atrás? ¿Kevin Bacon? ¿Eres tú? No me va a decir que no se ve igual que Ethan Hawke.
Hey, I got another idea for a good time.
Oh.
Maybe?
Se lanzó al menos. Lo intentó.
15 minutes before they're begging to go to the beach.
I saw you.
Oh, hay mucha basura. Qué pena. Che, sapeando las cabras.
It's getting closer. A ship.
Sí, pues literal decía puerto.
I think that ship is heading towards us.
Hasta obsesionado con el barco. Yo también estaría a esa edad, en todo caso. Literal, salgan de ahí, weón. Eso, dejen el resto, da lo mismo. Concha, lo vale. Que siento que están corriendo hacia el barco. Medio barco. Igual la arena no lo debería haber frenado un poquito antes. Whatever.
You know what happened? There's been a handful of these groundings up the coast. Something to do with the nav system.
El sistema de navegación, la parte tecnológica es lo que falló.
There's a Starbucks.
Ah,
The Wi-Fi isn't working.
TV's out too. You still gonna be down for burgers tonight?
Yeah, I could be down for that.
es así como reaccionaría una persona normal.
The kids seem to
Perfecto.
have completely gotten over it, like it was something they saw on a show.
¡Animalito! A mí siempre me da la sensación de que si bajan los animalitos, bajan los depredadores. Los vamos.
You getting some more? Did you top me off? I never know if I'm even getting through these kids, and then something like this happens. Shh.
Did you hear that?
No, qué bola ese ruido.
Someone's here. Get a pad.
I'm so sorry to bother you.
Well, can I help you?
I know it's late. You must be Amanda. We have not had the pleasure of meeting face to face. I'm GH.
George. He's George. That's how it reads in his email.
Because we would have spoken on the phone, you would recognize my voice and known that this is our house.
This is your house?
I'm sorry. You think we could come inside?
Oh, yeah, hey, sure, yeah, come on in.
I understand how strange this must be for you. Us, the phones are out.
My phone doesn't seem to have service.
It's almost as if we're telling the truth.
Ok.
Why don't we sit down and, talk?
He's on the board of the Philharmonic. He likes to encourage everyone he knows to take an interest in classical music. So, in other words, I am one lucky daughter.
Es su hija.
Anyway, we were driving back to the city home, and then something happened.
A blackout.
Well, with everything that's probably going on in the city right now.
We live on the 14th floor and he can't climb 14 flights because of his knee.
So there was a blackout, and you decided to drive all the way out here.
So when we saw the lights go, I looked at the roof.
And said that he would feel better if we stayed here.
You want to stay here, but we're staying.
De hecho, es ilegal el
Under
Airbnb.
circumstances we thought you might understand.
¿Pueden conversarlo entre ustedes, por favor, primero?
Well, we're on vacation.
We could absolutely refund you your money.
You want us to leave?
Because we're not saying you should leave. You know, there's an in-law suite. We can stay downstairs.
Downstairs.
I don't feel comfortable staying in a house with people I don't know.
Ah, ya. Eso me damos confianza.
We give you $1,000 now for the night. That should cover almost half of what you're paying for the weekend.
¿Cuánto pagó?
Then tomorrow we'll know a little more and we'll figure this all out.
Yeah.
This really doesn't seem like their house. The board of the Philharmonic, they want to stay here with us?
Ok, está bordeando el recibo, está loca.
God, what if it's a scam? What if the blackout and whatever, that's just all part of the story?
He had the keys. He opened up the liquor cabinet.
Maybe he's the handyman. She's the housekeeper. Why are you trying so hard to believe everyone except your own wife?
Uh-oh.
Something is happening, and I don't trust them.
All right, I'm gonna go down there, and I'm gonna talk to them. And if I get a bad vibe, I'm gonna say no. But if things are cool, I'll say let them stay. You have a beautiful home.
How long have you been here?
Oh, bought it almost 20 years ago now. Fixed it up about 5 years back. Had a great contractor.
Where's your wife? Curious if you're worried about her in the city.
Well, she's on a work trip in Morocco. Her flight is due back here in the morning, actually.
Esto está muy intenso.
Well, looks like you did the right thing getting out of the city.
Well, we're only talking about a blackout here.
It could be something. It could be a symptom of something bigger, like terrorism.
I think that you should stay here tonight.
Igual está sospechosa la cosa.
What do we get to do tomorrow? Their laundry?
I'll take the floor, you take the bag.
We need to get them out of here.
We're not gonna do that by scaring them. They need to think everything's gonna be okay.
Everything is going to be okay, isn't it?
Holy shit, I'm so scared.
Your client didn't tell you anything else, did he?
There's no point in talking about this until we know more.
No, yo creo que tiene un cliente, sabe más información y están intentando hacer que se vea sospechoso. Eso es lo que yo creo.
She was fucking with us, that girl.
Es pendeja, es una adolescente.
Why didn't you say anything about what we saw at the beach today, that boat?
Seemed like it was piling on. Why didn't you?
I was afraid that it would confirm something.
Que algo en verdad está pasando en el mundo. ¿Pero qué se supone que significa ese mensaje? Es demasiado vago. Cyber attack across the country. Hoy justo ella habló de ciberseguridad en un minuto. La curva del planeta o de la locura.
I was literally about to start the Friends series finale. Anyway, there's something wrong with the TV. It's all messed up. Please fix this. I have incredible anxiety about how they're going to wrap up the show.
Hola, ¿se le olvidó que está esta otra gente? Wake up.
Clay,
It doesn't say anything.
what? I was just there. There were 4 news alerts. 2 about the blackout and 1 that said hackers were behind the power outage. There was 1 that said breaking, but then it was just gibberish, no words, just random letters. Why are you being so nonplussed about all of
Bueno, la acabé de despertar, Dios mío.
I'm gonna drive into town. I'll go to the store. Buy a newspaper. Find someone who knows more than we do.
Whose car is that? Looks expensive.
Last night, these people, the Scots, they had a problem and they weren't far from here, so they came here.
Están viniendo todos los animales. Concha, son caleta, weón. Te superan el número.
I had news alerts on my phone this morning.
What did they say? Hackers can get into power plants. That's probably how they caused the outage. Is that your daughter out there? How old is she?
13. If it's okay with you, I would like to keep what's going on between the adults. I don't want them to panic over nothing.
I don't think this is nothing.
Good morning. Where's Clay?
He went to the store to get a newspaper.
Thought I'd go over to our neighbor's house, the Huxleys. You often see no one here around this time, but I'll drive over anyway and check.
Before you go, you might want to hear about the alerts.
Then there was one that said something about maybe hackers were behind it.
I'm sure this will turn out to be a big nothing. Like that love you bug. It was a computer worm spread throughout the internet back in 2000. People would get an email with the subject line that read, I love you, crippled businesses and caused billions of dollars in damages. Turns out it was just 2 teenagers in the Philippines. Could be just as innocent as that.
Could be. Could be not.
I'm worried about Mom. You think her flight is going to be okay?
Matter of fact, I bet she's been redirected to some airport in Ohio.
Lo que yo pienso es que este gallo tiene nervio de que sea algo en serio y que esté atrapado con esta gente en su propia casa. Por eso se ve sospechoso. Quiere que se vayan estos locos de su casa.
I don't know what else to think about.
Chuta, weón. Esta weá es de nivel satelital, loco. Las cosas van a cambiar y estos locos se van a querer quedar y estos gallos como... ¿Lleva la pistola? ¿Qué hace? Pero seguir manejando hasta encontrar algo, como la vieja escuela, po, hombre. Lluvia radiactiva provocada por ciberataque. Eso es peligroso, eso es peligroso. Como si hubiese pasado, bueno, una tundra, loco. Que no sea un oso o algo así.
Actually, I saw something this morning. They were trying to tell us something.
Is this because you can't watch your show?
I'm going.
¡Ah! Pero qué volada.
Hello, anyone home?
What's in that thing?
Let's open and see.
Ay, no, Dios mío.
Me he desviado, hace rato que estoy caminando.
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't speak Spanish.
This place is so fucking boring.
I'm trying to get to town.
Necesito usar su teléfono. Tenemos que salir de aquí. Acabo de ver un avión que estaba rociando un gas rojo en los alrededores. Será un ataque químico. Por favor, no me deje aquí, señor.
Ocha, lo intentó, pero la señora histérica, po. Esto loco se va a perder, no va a llegar nunca más a la casa. Es un avión que cayó. Eso es lo que pasó, se cayó un piloto.
No one cares what I say.
No.
That's probably true.
¡Ahí viene otro avión, concha de madre! ¡Corre! ¡Corre hacia el otro lado! ¡No derecho! Bad ass shot. Qué guapa buena.
I hope the kids didn't wander off too far.
We should go up there.
No, fuck that. I'm hungry. Come on, let's go.
Oh my god, niña, concéntrate, camina para adelante.
You gonna tell us why you're soaking wet?
Eso es lo que pasó en la casa.
Found the pool. A while ago, before all this happened, I looked at the market and I knew something was coming.
What do you mean?
In my line of work, you have to understand the patterns that govern the world. You have to learn how to read the curve. Spend as long as I have doing it, it can help you see the future. Then it's just up or down. You know that means something.
Estoy hablando puros incentivos, por favor, explícate.
Why are you telling me this?
There's a satellite phone I thought could help us. I tried to use it, but it didn't work even though it had enough juice. Now the whole point of a satellite phone is that you always have a signal if you have a clear view of the sky, which I did. Only reason why it wouldn't work is if our satellites got knocked out of commission.
You think something happened to our satellites?
I saw a plane nose dive out of the sky into the ocean.
Le dijo la verdad.
And it wasn't the first. I no longer think that this is just a couple of teenagers in the Philippines.
Le dijo la verdad, eso es bueno.
What the fuck? Where are my kids?
Ouch, ouch. Ah, se rompió el vidrio, esa weá es muy fuerte. Estoy enamorada de lo visual de esta película. La buena llegó y partió al bosque. Instintos. ¿Son pájaros? Parte 3, el ruido. Eso se sintió muy raro los audífonos. Como que cuando se echa a perder y se explota algo.
Should have covered my ears sooner. Now my head feels weird.
What was that? Was that a bomb? A missile?
We don't know anything for certain yet.
You seemed pretty certain a minute ago with your fucking haunting soliloquy.
Literal sabe lo mismo que ella.
Everything has changed.
Everything has changed.
I think we shouldn't do anything until Clay comes back.
What if he's not coming back?
Chucha.
We shouldn't speculate.
Stop saying that. There's the blackout, and then you see the planes crashing. What?
No, no le quería decir a ella
What?
porque
She's an
su
adult.
hija.
What happens next in that sequence?
Everything I know, I have told you.
I don't believe you.
I wonder what it is about us that makes you so mistrustful.
You always think you know what you're talking about, don't you?
Well, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black?
Ruth.
No le quería decir a la hija porque su mamá está viajando. O estaría viajando.
He knew. At the market in town yesterday, there was a guy in the parking lot. He bought cases of water and canned goods. He knew this was going to happen.
That's Danny. He's the contractor I was telling you about.
Jesus Christ.
I'm here.
What happened? Did you get to town?
I didn't get far. Then I heard that noise.
So you didn't see anyone that might help us figure out what's happening here?
No, I did not see anyone.
Mentiroso.
But I did see something. I saw, it was this huge drone, you know, flying in the middle of nowhere, dropping off thousands of these.
Death to America. I don't know what the rest of this means, but this part, it definitely means death to America. I remember from a game I was playing.
Nothing about this makes sense. If they were attacking us, why would they advertise it like this? With what we know, the city would be the worst place for you to go.
We're not going to the city. We're going to my sister's in Jersey.
This
No,
is
but-
dangerous what you're doing for you and your family.
Dad, let them go.
Conchale, vale, conchale, vale. This movie's so good.
This is for the better.
For who?
For us. And you really should have told me what you saw.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking.
Is she gone?
Oh, come on now. Why are you even going there?
We'll look back on this one day and laugh, I guarantee you.
A vacation from hell.
Sí, literal.
I thought you were napping, honey.
I can't
Why not?
because of the sirens.
You stay with the kids, honey. You take a look.
¿Qué pasó con la gente? ¿Son todos los mismos autos? ¿Sabes lo que pienso? ¿Qué pasó aquí? Se robaron todos estos autos y los dejaron ahí para bloquear. Son de la misma empresa.
Sit tight, okay?
Ah, los mandaron automáticamente. Los hackearon y los mandaron todos para el mismo lugar. No, ahí viene otro. Ahí viene otro. Córrete, 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 córrete. Literal encerraron en Nueva York. Qué loco. La inundación. No.
They did that to every dealership. The main roads are most likely clogged up.
How much more do we need to know? We're probably in the middle of a war zone. People we know are likely dead.
No, cállate, culiada, qué desubicada.
We stay here tonight, and then in the morning, maybe.
Maybe what?
Maybe I don't know.
TV?
Not really.
Have you ever fucked one of your students?
Literal lo pensé cuando estaba hablando de esos estudiantes.
I mean, that's what I look like to you? I look like that kind of guy?
You look like the kind of guy to whom things come easy.
I'll take that as a compliment, I guess.
Están los ciervos. Están todos los ciervos afuera.
So now I wonder if that thing I always thought about myself was a delusion.
Wouldn't be too hard on yourself. You dig deep enough. It's probably all a delusion.
That's most basic. My work is and always has been about people.
I feel real sorry for you then, because people are terrible. I am sorry, by the way, for what I said, did, thought. Doesn't matter. I was wrong, and I'm sorry.
Some of my smartest clients have lost a lot of money because they base their choices on preconceived beliefs instead of truth. Nothing frightens me more than a person unwilling to learn even at their own expense.
Ah, no hay nada peor que una persona tonta. Muy peligrosa.
The quiet is so noisy. Found it hard to sleep. Not like at home when you hear everything. Sirens, traffic, people.
I miss that.
Which, the sirens or the people?
I am starting to like you. Why did you really come here?
That wasn't a lie. I didn't have any surgery.
But it's not why you came here.
Ora,
Why
la
I
verdad.
came here involved something that happened to me a few years back. One of my clients invited me and my wife to a private event. My client, I won't say his name, but you'd recognize it though. Business world, he's one of the biggest out there. Anyway, we are at this soiree at his house. It's getting late. My wife, she wants to go. My wife agrees to take a cab and I'll come home after. We're having a few more drinks. He takes me to his study. Eventually he starts in how much he likes me and how he wishes he could invite me on this trip he's about to go on. Turns to me, serious face. Oh, you know,
Just my annual meeting with the rest of the evil cabal that runs the world.
And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna pop off my mic.
Yesterday before the symphony, my friend calls me up and wants me to move around some of his money. And we're talking some big numbers, even for him. He tells me he's going away for a while. You hanging with your evil cabal this weekend? Thought that was only during the winter solstice. But he doesn't laugh, and he always laughs, even with bad jokes. And all he said was, take care of yourself. Almost as if he felt sorry for me.
Los altos cargos lo sabían, la gente poderosa lo sabía. Suena como algo que pasaría.
No one is in control. No one is pulling the strings. But when events like this happen in the world, the best, even the most powerful people can hope for is a heads up.
I see you, Rose.
What do you want?
I'm never gonna find out what happens to Ross and Rachel, am I?
You're still on this shit?
Si terminan juntos, ya niña, anda a acostarte.
Why do you care so much about that show anyway?
They make me happy. If there's any hope left in this fucked up world, we'll at least find out how things turn out for them.
Dime que esta película se termina con que lleve el capítulo.
Yeah, you're probably right. The way things are going, you're not going to see that show ever again.
La hermana, aún tan dispuesta a abrirse ante él. Mira un desgraciado.
I got lost today. Just completely lost. I mean, I have no idea how I found my way back here, to be honest. But I did see someone, a woman. She's speaking Spanish. She needed help. And I left her.
Well, is there anything else that you're keeping from us?
We didn't tell you before that we saw an oil tanker ground. Well, I think at the time we were both scared, you know, about what it could mean. I mean, even if it is like an invasion.
An invasion?
Well, or an occupation.
Okay, dude, you know what? But your word choices are like freaking me the fuck out. What was that?
The fuck?
Wow, this is an impressive collection.
White lady, white lady, white lady, white lady, white lady, white lady. Se está muy personal ese abrazo.
What if something happened to her too? I don't think I could live with myself.
Nothing is going to happen to Ruth. I promise.
Amanda, we gotta start seeing this for what it is.
Si no vuelve a la norma.
There is no going back to normal.
We have to.
El ruido, el ruido.
Is he okay?
He's a little warm, but I think he'll be fine.
El bicho que le picó, el bicho que le picó.
What are you still doing up?
I keep thinking about this one West Wing episode. The story was about a man who lived by the river, and he hears on the radio that the river's gonna flood the town, and everyone should. The man doesn't go anywhere because he prays every day, knows that God loves him and will save him. But then the flood actually happens. This guy in a rowboat sees the man. Hey, come on.
Me encanta esta historia.
But the man tells him he isn't going anywhere. Then a helicopter comes flying by. The pilot lowers a ladder, but the man tells him he isn't going anywhere. After that, the man drowns in the flood, and so he goes up to heaven and really angry. I prayed to you every day. I thought you loved me. Why didn't you save me? And God says, I sent you a radio report, a rowboat, and a helicopter. What more do you want?
What's this about, Rose?
I think I'm done waiting.
It's just us now, isn't it? If the shit goes down, do you trust these people that are in our house? My point remains, I don't trust them.
I'm not gonna let anything happen to you if that's what you're asking.
If the world falls apart, trust should not be doled out easily to anyone.
Esto me recuerda de Walking Dead. Cuando realmente la bondad no te ayuda mucho. ¿Esta es la luna?
Where's Rosie?
I don't know. She got up before us.
How are you feeling, baby? Oh, you're not so warm now.
Well,
What is that? What are you...
let's see.
Clay! Something's wrong with Archie.
What is it? What the fuck?
¡Concha tu madre!
It was the bug that bit me.
What bug?
A bug bit me yesterday in the woods.
Probably just a tick, Lyme disease.
Well, we have to do something. Archie needs to see a doctor.
We go to my contractor's house. He said you saw him stocking up on supplies. Antibiotics, medicine. Promise you.
¿La pintura está distinta o soy yo?
Where's Rose?
I couldn't find her.
She wasn't outside, but I think she may have taken one of the bikes from the garage.
Archie. You all right?
No, what? You can't leave me here by myself. Dad, you will never come back.
Set a timer, 1 hour. I'll be back. I'll be back for you before this goes off.
No, tengo miedo.
Where would Rose have gone? Why would she leave? She said she was done waiting. What did she mean? I want to get the fuck away from here, and you, and whatever is happening.
Stop yelling at me! You don't care that I'm here. And my mom is probably at the bottom of some ocean.
I care. I do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that, but I do care.
What do you get out of being so angry all the time?
Debería entenderlo también, ella también era menos, ¿no?
All day, my whole job is to understand people well enough so that I know how to lie to them so I can sell them things they don't really want. And when you study people like that, when you really see the way they treat each other, well, you're no dummy. You see what they do, and they do it without even thinking about it. I did it to you and your dad, and I don't even really know why. We fuck each other over. We fuck every living thing on this planet over and think it'll be fine because we use paper straws and order the free-range chicken.
Eso sí, una crítica social.
I think we know we're living a lie to help us ignore and keep ignoring how awful we really are.
I agree with everything you just said. As awful as people might be, nothing's gonna change the fact that we are all we've got.
And I know I say I hate people, but I do anything to have them back.
Esto está muy raro. ¿Qué le puede haber pasado en 24 horas para que se le cayeran todos los dientes. Es rarísimo esto.
Archie, you stay here. Let's go.
George,
Danny, sorry to bother you at home like this.
I'm gonna need you and your comrade to step off the porch and stand by your vehicle.
Dale caso al loquito nomás que si no te dispara.
What can I do for you?
Just checking on if you heard anything about what's going on.
Yeah, I'm Clay. We're from the city.
Well, that's a lucky break for your family. Imagine what a shit show the city must be right now.
Well, we came out here because my son needs help.
He's lost his teeth and they just fell out. Can't explain it.
Well, it's gotta have something to do with that noise. It's not all that dissimilar to what happened in Cuba a while back.
Todos tienen información que piensan que es.
I assume it's a war. Wow. The beginning of one anyways. You gotta read the papers deeper than page 1.
It's like Clay said, his son isn't well. And knowing how primed you are for these kind of situations, we're thinking you might have some medicine that'll be able to help him.
What I got isn't your business.
Puta madre, weón.
Now, if you have some medicine that can help him,
Well, we could pay.
I get it. I would do anything I had to for my family. So that's what I'm doing.
Ruth, it's bike trips.
I'm gonna go back inside my house now. You try your neighbors. The Thorns, they did a basement conversion on the down low a while back, no permits or nothing. That's rich asshole talk for Doomsday Bunker. We've all been deserving.
Camina lentamente, camina lentamente. Aléjate. Huevona, corre. Huevona, corre. Bien hecho, bien hecho.
But you are a very prepared man.
Fuck yeah, I am.
Because you're the only one who can help my son.
Not my problem.
What would you do if it was your family? That's what I'm doing. Please help my son.
Salgan de allí rápido. Thank you, Jesus Christ.
Well, I guess an old-fashioned barter system was to be expected at some point.
Ajá.
Hey, I got another tidbit for you. It's the Koreans behind all this. The Chinese, one of them.
Sigue siendo loquillo.
It's a big drone dropping these everywhere. We're thinking Iranians.
Indica que el niño estaba equivocado, dijo cualquier wea.
Before the phones went out, I heard from a friend of mine in San Diego about a similar event, drones dropping pamphlets, except they were in Korean. Seeing as he did 4 tours in Iraq, he sure would have known if it looked like that.
¿Están tirando distintos idiomas en distintos lugares?
We made a lot of enemies around the world.
Ah, se unieron
All
todos.
this means is a few of them teamed up.
I need to know that you're on the level with me. No matter how far this thing goes, I need to know that we're good. We need to get to that bunker Danny told us about, and we need to get there now. I didn't think we'd actually let something like this happen. I thought we were smarter than that.
What happened?
¡Ay, dilo!
Because my primary client works in the defense sector, I spent a lot of time studying the cost-benefit analysis of military campaigns. There was one program in particular that terrified my client the most. A simple 3-stage maneuver that could topple a country's government from within. First stage was isolation.
Oh.
Setting them up for the second stage, synchronized chaos. Without a clear enemy or motive, people would start turning on each other.
Sí.
Done successfully, third stage would happen on its own.
Guerra civil.
Civil war.
Es lo que él decía, que la gente poco inteligente actúa sin actuar y sin pensar y...
Whoever started this wants us to finish it.
Conchale, weón. Y esta pendeja llegó y se mandó a cambiar sola. ¿Qué? Solo para ver la cuestión de Friends, te apuesto. Llegó y se cambió. ¡Oh, qué rabia, weón! Wow. Literal sabían. Casa de que las principales ciudades son atacadas por fuerzas armadas rebeldes. Tiene todas las temporadas de Friends. Yo igual quería que se terminara así. The fuck. Pensamientos finales. Ya, gente, pensamientos finales. Tengo que admitir que esta película me gustó. Me gustó mucho, mucho, mucho. Está muy bien contada la historia, Dios mío, la tensión. Siento que me duelen los dientes como de... Bueno, entrever que se le caen los dientes a alguien y como que estar como los dientes apretados, como tenso de qué chucha va a pasar. Pasa lo más humano posible. Cómo se caen sociedades por dentro. Que me pareció genio. Ni siquiera necesito saber quién fue el que creó esto. Puede ser que sea lo que el loquito dijo, que se unieron todos o que un país específico lo hizo, pero esto está muy bien pensado, impresionante. Y como incluso el uso de los animales, o sea, a mí me tenía ya sentada literal al borde de mi silla. Me tuve que acomodar varias veces porque estaba así como... Realmente la forma en la que fueron contando etapas por etapas y usando nombres que incluso no significaban lo que yo pensaba. Cuando hablaban, por ejemplo, del flood, en verdad se referían como a esta historia que cuenta la niña. Y no necesariamente porque yo pensé que casi que se iban a subir las aguas, iban a una ola, iba a haber como algo muy sobrenatural. No fue así. Y ese yo creo que es el tipo de suspenso que me gusta a mí, porque realmente me asusta, porque es algo que realmente puede pasar. No creo que en Chile, pero sí en Estados Unidos. Y algo muy realista. Está también pequeños temas que toma, como lo que es la humanidad y cómo también puede decaer por esto mismo, porque claro, desde el principio andan diciendo que la gente es lo peor, y al final es tan manipulable también la gente para sacar su peor lado, que al final es lo que derroca este mundo, esta sociedad de Estados Unidos. Y yo creo que hay cosas que sí quedan inconclusas, que está bien que queden inconclusas, como lo de la madre, que lo más probable es que efectivamente sí, como lo de por qué no había nadie más en el lugar, o qué hacía esta persona repartiendo panfletos, cosas que en verdad no es necesario, sino que ayudan a mover la historia en otro sentido, no para cerrarlo, sino que para mostrar el caos desde las distintas partes. Y bueno, qué risa que de repente un hillbilly de estos locos que creen que siempre están preparados para lo peor tengan la razón, y como también los grandes poderes son los que se dan los tips, y por eso este cabro que estaba metido en este mundo sabe más. Y visualmente, o sea, me encantó. Hermosa la cinematografía. Cuando hablaban un poquito de efectos especiales, porque al principio, como de los créditos, mostraban como mucho de efectos especiales. ¿Y yo qué tanto efecto especial puede tener esta película? ¿Van a ver aliens? Bueno, yo creo que los animales eran un poquito efectos especiales. Era muy muy desapercibido. Y bueno, el uso de la cámara también, como de pasar de un ángulo a otro, etc. Y me imagino que las bombas también. Como esta incertidumbre, este no saber lo que pasó, que literal, el miedo es la mejor forma de manipular a la gente y también de sacar lo peor. Muchas de estas cosas me recuerdan a The Walking Dead, que es como al final la caída de la sociedad y como al final los peores enemigos ni siquiera son los zombies en esa serie, sino que son los humanos y las sociedades que se van armando, porque cada persona piensa tener la mejor información, piensa tener la razón según lo que tiene que pasar. Y eso también se ve muy reflejado en esta película, especialmente con que cada uno traía su desinformación o información a la mesa y empiezan a especular de cosas, y eso la verdad no sirve de nada. Muchas veces saber realmente qué está pasando no te ayuda en nada, solo genera más pánico. En este caso sirvió porque sabían que se tenían que proteger por lo que venía. Pero en verdad, lo que hay que saber es que están solos en esto, están abandonados, se tienen que cuidar. Por suerte, sus vecinos loquillos también tenían el dato, parece, y tenían un búnker. Qué miedo lo que le estaba pasando al gallo, efectivamente yo creo que era, al hijo, efectivamente yo creo que era el efecto de estas bombas de sonido, que literal, para causar pánico colectivo. Si alguien empieza a tener enfermedades raras, o sea, más pánico causa. Esto es como, no te acerques a mí. No sé, le encontré impactante la forma en la que de distintos puntos de vista pudieron mostrar el caos. Desde el principio, que esta señora desconfió de estos gallos, que, o sea, solamente decían la verdad, pero ellos también venían como con un cuento sospechoso, obviamente. Entonces, al final, ¿a quién le cree uno? Pero creo que puede predecir bien que en verdad los dos solamente estaban intentando, no sé si sobrevivir todavía a tal punto, pero proteger a las familias y no quieren también asustar a la otra persona, porque eso quizás la vuelve en contra de uno. Por eso al final George decía, así como necesito saber que vas a estar en las mías, que no nos vamos a estar en contra de nosotros, si nos estamos ayudando. Y el final abierto, o sea, yo lo encuentro lo mejor. Me encantó porque obviamente después recibieron un poquito más de información, se pudieron meter al búnker, esta niña por fin pudo terminar su serie. Que es ridículo también las cosas que importan de repente, pero lo que la niña dijo era lo que la hacía feliz, y yo creo que ahí se tenían que la única forma de sobrevivir es como ir haciendo estas cosas que te hacen feliz, no solamente sobreviviendo con alimento, medicina, que esas cosas ya las tenían cubiertas. Ahora se tenían que enfocar en estar bien ellos mismos, y se veía muy difícil porque, o sea, roces había. Entonces no sé qué es lo que quizás depara para el futuro. Impactaste esta película, desde la música, desde lo visual, desde el diálogo, cómo llevaron la historia, los personajes, cabros chicos, desesperante, y la tensión la supieron llevar muy muy bien. No hubieron jumpscares innecesarios, sino que en verdad una tensión que crecía desde adentro. Yo, bueno, como dije antes, en verdad estaba así como encima de la película. Fue intensa, la sudé un poco igual. Creo que necesito ir a acostar, irme a descansar, relajar, soltar la mente. Espero que les haya gustado esta película, que hayan disfrutado viéndola conmigo, y nos veremos la próxima semana con un nuevo video y una nueva película.